And good evening and welcome to a busy start of high school tournament basketball on WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel this week. Monday night we've got a Division VI Boys District Semifinal between the number 10 seed and the host, the Oberlin Phoenix, and the Rovers from Rootstown, who are the number 17 seed. Ron Polinsky along with Jared Kozar and Gary Pelder from Oberlin. As the Phoenix, they've been hot of late. They have won 6 of their last 7 ball games. 3 straight. Kurt Russell's team comes in 14-9 overall. 9-5 is how they finished in league play, and that was good for third place behind Brookside and Keystone. The Rovers of Rootstown, Coach Joe Siciliano in his first year, they are 11-12 overall. First year for them in the CVC, they've finished 2-8, but in their part of the Chagrin Valley Conference, very tough with Kirtland, who is still alive in the tournament, as well as Chagrin Falls. They're alive in Division V. Burton Berkshire, Manaway Crestwood, Wycliffe, those are the teams. So I think what they did non-conference kind of speaks to their season. They went 9-4 outside of the SW or of the CVC. They're coming off a win on Thursday at Mineral Ridge. They won 53-45 to get here. Oberlin defeated Independence by a score of 55-50. And the winner of this will go to play in the district final Saturday at Salem High School against the winner of tonight's other district semi, either the number 1 seed Kirtland, the Hornets, or number 22, and that is Louisville St. Thomas Aquinas. Again, we want to remind you that the pregame show is brought to you by North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco on Center Ridge and Barton Road. Stop in this Lent for the best fish fry around, and thanks to all of our sponsors, Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Illyria Ford, Lorain County Community College, Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco, Mallard Creek Golf Club, and Eco Trees Services. Here's Joe Siciliano, the head coach of the Rovers.
Pre-game tonight as we get set for district basketball, boys basketball in Division VI. It's the Rovers from Rootstown coming over to Oberlin to take on the Phoenix, joined by first-year head coach Joe Siciliano of the Rootstown Rovers. Coach, you come in with a record of 11-12, getting a sectional win against Mineral Ridge on Thursday night. First off, can you give us a little bit about your background, how you became the head coach at Rootstown?
I've been assistant coach for years, coached at middle school for probably about 2 or 3 years, moved up to do JV, went back down to middle school, then came back up recently within the last 2 years to coach JV, and then this is my first year coaching varsity.
All right.
And I went to Rootstown, if that matters too, so it kind of helps to have that background.
Sure. Coach, if you would tell us a little bit about your season. Obviously some ups and downs, 11-12, you went 2-8 in the CVC. I know in your part of that, there's a lot of really good basketball teams. Tell us about your season.
I would say it was pretty up and down in different times. Weather did not help us out at all. I had a couple games canceled early on and even late where we kind of were starting to get some things rolling, so it kind of set us back a little bit. Still a relatively young team with only 3 seniors, but we have a lot of guys with a lot of experience over the last few years that have played. It was a good, not even just like a stepping stone, just to see us succeed this year has been an awesome experience.
What are the strengths of this year's team?
I would say scoring is not one of our issues. We've talked about that before, where we can, depending on the defense that we see, we can kind of score at will. We got a lot of guys that can make shots, that can get to the rim. I would say our biggest thing is defense. We got to make sure we defend, and that's our biggest thing.
Again, we're joined by Joe Siciliano, first-year head coach of Rootstown. They come to Oberlin to take on the Phoenix's team at 11-12. Tell me about the tournament win at Mineral Ridge. You lost your last 4 regular season games to bounce back and get a win on Thursday night. How big was that?
It was huge, just for not even just our team, but our program in general. Haven't won a league game in probably 4 or 5 years, not league game, tournament game in about 4 or 5 years, and then coming out and actually executing what we needed to do, playing together, kind of weathering the storm. There's a couple times we were down early against them, and we just kind of kept fighting back, and we didn't give up. And that's been the biggest thing about this team is coaching these guys in middle school. We go down, we kind of just stop playing. We haven't stopped playing at all this year. At any point in time, we've kept fighting no matter what. And we kind of just put everything together, and right when we needed it, honestly, against Mineral Ridge.
So you come out to take on the Oberlin Phoenix tonight. Looking at it, I don't think I saw any common opponents. I doubt you're real familiar with one another, but what are your thoughts on your opponent?
I would say they're very athletic. It is hard to kind of get a read on them since we haven't played a lot of the same teams, being so far away from each other. But obviously we got to handle the athleticism. They can kind of score in droves as well, so we got to make sure we can weather that storm in case that happens. Just get a hand up on all the shooters that we can.
Joe, what would a win tonight mean for your program? A chance to go to the district final Saturday at Salem to take on a team you're familiar with, Kirtland or St. Thomas Aquinas, should you get a win. But what would a win tonight, besides getting there Saturday, what would that mean to you in your first year here?
It would be huge in general. I was doing some basic research and just kind of noticed that we haven't made a district championship game since 2005, so that's been a huge thing for us. Even just coming in the first year and even getting to that point would be awesome. And then obviously playing in that game, we have to make sure we get ready for that. But getting that just in terms of the program and getting some things rolling is a huge thing for us.
Joe, tell me about some of the guys we're going to call out. Who are some of the leaders on this basketball team?
I would say Blake has been our primary scorer this year, averages about 16 a game. Almost 8 rebounds. He's been one of our better rebounders, so he's obviously somebody to kind of keep an eye on. Ethan White can definitely make some shots. Last game against Mineral Ridge, he had 4 threes in a row. Kind of sparked us a little bit. Carson Haynes coming off some illness, but he's ready to go. He's started to find his shot a little bit here and there. Noah just kind of keeps us in it. Kind of plays like that true point guard role. Not really a guy that looks to score, but looks to distribute. He might have had 7 or 8 assists just last game. Landon Rochester has really come on late as well. He getting a lot of rebounds, playing within his means, playing down low is big. And then a couple of the other guys, Dean Abdul-Razul and Caleb Fillmore coming back from injury have really sparked us when we needed him to, as well as Mason Lacey, senior, coming back to play, and then Nigel Wright playing underneath, playing and doing what he had to do.
You mentioned that, I know your conference is pretty tough, especially your side of it. Can that help you in the tournament? Do you think playing some of the quality teams that you've seen, like Kirtland or Grand Falls a couple times, Berkshire, Crestwood, can games like that help you out?
I would say so. We obviously our league record being 2-8 is not great, but kind of just going forward and thinking about how we've played some of these different teams really helps, especially knowing that at least 2 of them are still playing in the tournament right now, getting ready to go to the district level themselves. Has been big just to kind of play that level of competition and just kind of seeing where we're at from there.
Coach, finally, if you would, for our listeners and our viewers, if you could give us your starting 5.
Number 0, Ethan White. Number 1, Blake Mullally. Number 2, Carson Hayne. Number 10, Noah Zager. And number 21, Landon Rochester.
Coach, really appreciate the time. Thanks for best of luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's head coach Joe Siciliano of the Rootstown Rovers.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
Continuing on the North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco pregame show, we're getting set for tournament basketball as the Oberlin Phoenix will entertain the Rovers from Rootstown, the 10 seed versus the 17 district semifinals. And first and foremost, Coach, congratulations. It's March. You're still playing basketball. You win a sectional championship.
Well, thank you so much for coming tonight. Yes, March Madness. We are excited. It's good to be playing in March. It's been a couple years where February was our last date, but getting to March, it means that we won a game, and so we're excited to be here.
Yep, you got to get through the February frenzy to get to March Madness. You're able to do that. Coach, I know you weren't there. You had other obligations, but your team with the win over Independence Thursday, 55-50. Tell us about the ball game.
I tell you what, by watching the film and listening to the coaches, I thought defensively we played very well. Our traps worked. Offensively, we struggled a little bit, But the one thing about Oberlin is that we're very resilient and we hang our hat on the defensive end. And I'm proud, holding teams to 50 points for a varsity game is really good. And so hopefully we could maintain that throughout the course of the rest of the tournament.
Coach, 14-9 right now. You're 9-5. You finished in the league for third. You've won 6 of your last 7 games. What's been happening since you kind of got to February to get on this streak?
You know what? I think the kids have really been locked in, especially locked in on the defensive end, as I mentioned before. We trusting one another a little bit more. Our rotation has been a little bit better. But one thing that has really improved is our rebounding. And so we limiting teams to one shot. Hopefully that could maintain tonight.
And have you improved a little bit offensively? I know you're averaging 46 a game. You scored 55 against Independence.
Yes, we are. We got a couple of guys who could put the ball in the basket. So hopefully the consistency will be more of our liking tonight. And if we are fortunate to win tonight, then later on in the tournament, so we do have a couple players that can put the ball in the basket.
Coach, is it an advantage to be at home in front of your crowd? I know Monday's a really strange night to play a basketball game, but can you take advantage of that?
I hope so. Just for the travel alone, I know that Rootstown, they traveled a little distance here, and so maybe some bus lag in terms of their legs. But, our kids, we practiced yesterday. We are at home. I'm a little comfortable in our own gym, and so hopefully that could help us a little bit.
So when I look at your stat sheet, boy, Carmelo Williams, he's having a tremendous season. Tell us about that young man. What can't he do?
He's a special player. He's a lefty, which catch a lot of teams off guard, but he's able to go both ways. A tall, slender kid, very athletic. He's our heartbeat. We go to Melo when we need a bucket, and we also trust Melo guarding the other team best player.
Coach, some of the other young men that will be calling out, tell us about how they're doing.
I tell you what, Corey Freeman, our point guard, senior point guard, about 5'7", 5'8", plays with a lot of heart, a lot of intensity. Hopefully he can show up tonight. And then our big guy down low, Drew Walters, very physical player, a football player. He brings some intensity in the paint area that we've been missing the last couple of years.
Tonight you take on Rootstown. I'm assuming you don't know a lot about them. Portage County team that you don't have really any similar opponents that I can think of. Just your thoughts on the Rovers.
I tell you what, they are very, very disciplined. We've been watching a few film on them. Very disciplined team. They trust the coach very well. They play within their system, and they are multifaceted. They could have an up-tempo type of game, and they could slow the game down a little bit. So we really have to concentrate on their shooters. They shoot the ball extremely well if they're left open. So we got to try to put some pressure on them a little bit and see what happens.
Do they look like, remind you of anybody you saw during the regular season?
That's a great question, and we say yes. A Firelands team, a Columbia team. A smaller version of Brookside in terms of the shooting ability. So teams in our conference, which is good for us because we're used to that type of style.
Again, we're joined by Kurt Russell of the Oberlin Phoenix as they get set to take on a district semi. Coach, what would a win mean tonight? I know it means you play for a district championship on Saturday, but for your program, what would getting to that point on Saturday mean?
I'll tell you what, it means so much for our young kids. We just picked to finish second to last in our conference. So just to be able to have a chance to cut down some nets for a district championship really means a lot to these young boys. I'm so proud of them. They've been working hard the entire season. And so just the opportunity to get to a Friday game means a lot.
Coach, finally, if you would, for our listeners and our viewers, tonight's game.
Yes, we're going to Corey Freeman, Josiah Smith, Carmelo Williams, Hassan Bell, and Drew Walters.
Coach, as always, we appreciate the time. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That's Kurt Russell, head coach of the Oberlin Phoenix.
Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
And we're set for the jump ball. Our three officials tonight is Vince Yee. He is the head official. He'll be tossing the ball in the air. Tony Jordan and Jesse Soria. The Rootstown Rovers are in the road blues, and Oberlin in the home whites, and the Phoenix control the opening tip, and it's Corey Freeman with the basketball. And your post-pregame show is brought to you by your North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco. It's always a great time to stop to your locally owned and operated North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco. Drew Walters misses the first shot. Coming the other way with it is Noah Zager. Zager double-teamed, in a little bit of trouble. Passes ahead to Landon Rodstrom. Rodstrom now gets it in the corner, back up top to Carson Hain. And the shot will go up, and I believe we have a foul, although let's see what Tony Jordan says. Or is it just out of bounds? Maybe it's...
No, there's a foul up there on the Phoenix. I don't know what number that went on, but yeah, I think that he kind of had the back body drop move.
Yeah. So we're going to lob it up top for Rodstrom. Rodstrom gets it on the left side to Blake Mullally. Mullally is their leader. He averages 16.2 a game. Keep an eye on him. He wears number 1 for the Rovers. In the corner now, they're going to get it out to Carson Hain, right back to Mullally, and on cue he puts it up, missed it off the rim. The offensive rebound to Ethan White. Right back to Mullally. Carson Hain is another starter at 7.7 a game. Those are the stats that we received. Shot no good. Rebound, Carmelo Williams. He does a little bit of everything for the Oberlin team. Drew Walters inside, put it up, no, but he was fouled. Take your pick. There were 2 or 3 Rovers right there. And they are going to give that one to Carson Hain, his first, team's first.
How do you like that, though, Rob? 2 trips down the floor for Oberlin, and they went to Walters both times, wanting to establish that physicality inside. As Kurt mentioned in the pregame, haven't had a whole lot of strength inside these past couple of seasons. They like that out of Walters.
Yep, Walters at the line for 2. First one up. It is in and out, no good. The Oberlin Phoenix, not a good free throw shooting team. As a team, 52% on the year. And ironically, Walters is exactly that. He's 52%. Walters, see if he can make 1 out of 2. Second one, high arcing, missed them both, and we had a lane violation here. So Drew Walters will get another crack at it.
3 to make 2. Just maybe not as...
that was an old NBA rule.
Right, yeah.
This one will be 3 to make 1. So Drew Walters, you know you're getting old when you remember that rule. That free throw is up and in.
Been getting old for a while.
Walters makes him pay. 1-0. Pressure for the Phoenix. And they're going to go cross court. Hain had it stolen away. Carmelo Williams with the basketball. He's going to kick it outside. Jumper comes up, but first we had a traveling violation. So setting the Oberlin starting 5 in their points, it's Corey Freeman at 11.3, Josiah Smith at 8.3, Carmelo Williams leads them with 15.4, Hassan Bell at 4.5, Drew Walters 7.2. They average 46 points a game offensively. So really all their offense comes from their starting 5.
And they're pretty comfortable keeping those numbers about there. They'd like that number to be, that's a favorable matchup and a pace for Oberlin, I think, as far as their defensive effort's been concerned.
Mullally will throw it cross court in the corner. It's Ethan White. White with the basketball back to Carson Haney. And they'll go in the corner. The 3 ball goes up, but that's going to be off the back rim. No good by White. Offensive rebound, though, is Noah Zager for Rootstown. Kick it in the corner. Another 3 try from the corner. That one's long. Carson Hain missed it. Loose on the floor. Carmelo Williams with the rebound. Jared, he has 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2.7 assists, 22 threes, 15.4 points, and 3 steals a game. Carmelo Williams. I mean, that is tremendous. In the corner, an air ball long by Hassan Bell. And both teams cold here to start. Oberlin leads 1-0.
You talk about go-to guy with Carmelo Williams.
3 ball goes up. It's no good by Hain. It's still 1-0 Oberlin. 5:40 to go in the opening quarter. On the drive, laying it up, missing it was Corey Freeman. No foul called. And Rootstown comes the other way with it. Rootstown and Portage County Route 44 and I-76, just south of Ravenna. On the drive, they put it up. It's no good. Offensive charge on Hain, and if I'm correct, that's his second.
Rootstown, one of those places that you often hear about, but never really pin them down in anything. They don't play a lot of our local teams,
right.
Non-conference, and certainly postseason. I don't think that we've seen them in anything that I can remember.
I had to ask Coach Siciliano, I'm like, where are you guys? He's like, Route 44. I'm like, south of Kent. He's like, southeast. I'm like, okay. He goes south of Ravenna, and then I said, are you close to I-76? He said, you can see it from the high school. So if that gives you a little bit better idea where they're located. Hassan Bell off the miss of Corey Freeman. Gets it out to Carmela Williams. Carmela Williams up and under, put it up, missed it. Rebound comes out to Ethan White of Rootstown. Sub came into the game, replacing Hain, who had those 2 fouls, and that young man has the ball. No, it's Noah Zager, who kicks it over to Malali. Malali right back. That's the young man in the game now. Dean Abdul-Razzle. Abdul-Razzle averages 10 points a game off the bench. Another miss. Rootstown ice cold. They'll jack another one. That's no good. Offensive rebound again by Rodstrom. He lost it on the way up, but coming out of there with it is Ethan White.
Boy, long threes leading to long rebounds.
They sure are. Abdul-Razzle has it. He's wide open. He puts it up. He misses it. And the rebound is going to be hauled in. Now, we don't have stats on Rootstown, so I don't know how they shoot from threes, but they're averaging 60 points a game.
I don't know if they've started a game 0 of 8 this season. If you've gotten to this point, I would venture to guess that hasn't been the case.
And, Jared, if they were 0 of 8, I'll venture to say they weren't down 1-0. The ball gets tipped out of bounds. It'll be Oberlin basketball.
That's probably the other half of that equation that nobody could refute, correct?
I would say. Oberlin on the year, shooting 38% from the floor, 26% on threes. They average 3.7 a game, 11 assists, 14 turnovers, 10.5 steals, and 3 blocks. Those are team stats.
It's only the top of the second, Rob.
Rebounds, 28.5. You heard Kurt Russell in the pregame mention that they've really improved in that area. And with the basketball is Corey Freeman. Freeman gets it out to Carmelo Williams, a 3. That's off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound, up and in, and making that is Hassan Bell. The Phoenix get the first field goal. They lead 3-0 with 3:35 to go in the opening quarter. Basketball for the Rootstown Rovers. Top of the circle, Noah Zager dribbling around. Kicks it on the left wing. Get it to Abdul-Razzle. Dean Abdul-Razzle. Right-hand dribble. He averages 10.1 a game off the bench. On the drive, reverse layup, it's good. Abdul-Razzle gets him on the scorebook, and it's 3-2 Oberlin. And that ball went off somebody's foot, and I believe it was Carmelo Williams.
That's going to stay with Oberlin. Tony Jordan says it's staying over here.
Okay. So it will go off of one of the Rovers and out of bounds.
They didn't necessarily agree with Tony Jordan, but he explained that it's going to stay in this direction.
Yes. Josiah Smith to inbound for Oberlin. Josiah looking. He'll get it to Carmelo Williams, right back to Josiah. Inside, he scores. Nice assist, Carmelo Williams. 5-2 Oberlin, 3 minutes to go first quarter. The winner goes to Salem Saturday night at 7 to take on Kirtland or St. Thomas Aquinas. They beat the press, get it inside, and Mason Leasy, who came in off the bench, scores. It's 5-4. Quickly, other end, a quick 3 by Josiah Smith, no good, out of bounds to Rootstown. Maybe the teams will heat up a little bit now. 2:41 to go first quarter, 5-4 Oberlin. A Monday night tournament game, it's rare. You know, you played Thursday, not a lot of time to prepare. Not giving either team an excuse, but I wonder if that might have something to do with the slow start. There's a steal at the other end. Laying it in is going to be Corey Freeman. And Oberlin leads 7-4. And Jared, if they can get offense through their defense, that would really help the Phoenix.
In easy ones like that, Freeman, pretty athletic, and there you go again.
Another steal. And that's Carmelo Williams into the paint. Put it up. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Loose on the floor. Out of bounds. It's coming to you, Pelt.
We knew that Pelt would get involved at some point in this angle. Didn't take long.
And we've got a 30-second timeout here for the Rootstown Rovers. Rootstown with a 30-second timeout is 7-4 for the Oberlin Phoenix.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
7-4 Oberlin. First quarter, Rob Polinsky, Jared Kozar, Gary Pelder. Start of a busy week. Tomorrow night it will be North Ridgeville at Avon. Well, that should be outstanding. Third time those two SWC teams meet. Wednesday night, we've got Norwayne at Keystone. That should be a great district semi. The Bobcats from Norwayne in the Wayne County League, we're familiar with them. They come to Keystone on Wednesday. Those will be some of the games we're covering this week. Again, stay tuned to WEOL.com. Follow us on social media. Find out where we'll be. There's a jumper in the corner, no good by Smith. And a rebound, Landon Rodstrom for Rootstown. Up top, Mullally with it. Mullally with a pass inside, shot goes up and in. And that's Landon Rodstrom. He gets his first two. That's the first points from a starter for Rootstown today. 7-6 Oberlin, a minute 40 to go first quarter. With the basketball, Drew Walters, he's on the three-point line. Kicks it over, Freeman, right back outside. Josiah Smith measures one, missed it. Rebound, Abdulrazzo for Rootstown, and the Rovers can take the lead on this trip. They trail 7-6. Pass is going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Rootstown. Rovers, couple of subs. Ethan White, a starter, comes back in. Nigel Wright comes in off the bench for the first time.
I think Oberlin went to their bench for the first time as well. A couple of substitutions now for the Phoenix.
Santos Navarro checks in. Thank you, Jared. Navarro is in, as is Julian Page. Navarro, a senior.
Both these guys can shoot it a little bit if they get an open look.
Minute 15 to go, first quarter, 7-6 Oberlin. With the basketball up top, there goes a three ball for the Rovers. Missing that was Nigel Wright. And hauling in the rebound are the Phoenix. Actually, Caleb Fillmore just shot that. He's into the game also for Rootstown. So these teams going to their bench, looking for some guys who can shoot. 52 seconds to go first quarter, Oberlin by one. And Corey Freeman milking a little bit of clock. Now he gets around Abdulrazzo, throws it outside to Asan Bell. Bell gets it back out to Corey Freeman. 35 seconds to go first quarter. Phoenix by a point. Freeman all the way to the hole, lays it up and in. Corey Freeman with four. I think they lulled him to sleep a little bit, Jared.
Think so. Stretched out the perimeter a little bit, got things open for Freeman inside.
Fillmore with the basketball. Fillmore and his team down by three. He'll get it back. Fillmore with a pass inside. That goes out of bounds. And it'll be Rootstown basketball, 12.7 to go in the first quarter. Inbounding will be Abdulrazzo. Abdulrazzo with a pass inside. They kick it out, swing it around to Fillmore. Fillmore takes a three, missed the three. Rebound, Carmelo Williams. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Carmelo, foul line jumper at the buzzer. It's good. Carmelo Williams gets his first points, and Oberlin leads 11-6 after one quarter. We're back after this. The Phoenix by 5 on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel and WEOL.com.
It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments.
Start of the second quarter, Oberlin up 11-6, and Jared, I would think that's a really good first quarter for Oberlin, not just because they're up by 5. But when you're scoring 45 points a game on the year, you know, to be at 11 and to hold your opponent to 6, that's the kind of score they want. Shot goes up, it's no good. We've got a foul and a couple of free throws coming up for Nigel Wright.
I would agree with that, Rob, in terms of the way Oberlin closed that quarter, and Kirk Russell was up on his feet telling his team, they got to get a stop here at the end of the quarter. We don't want to go into the second period tied or even just up by 1. And they were able to get a stop, and the patience and wherewithal of Carmelo Williams to say, I don't have to rush this. I can hit this foul line jumper, and he put it away real smooth to close the quarter out.
Nigel Wright off the bench, his first point, second one up, missed that one. It's 11-7. Could be a story. Carmelo Williams just got his second foul. So first of the quarter, but second on Carmelo Williams. He's not going to want to get a third here in the second quarter. He's got the basketball top of the key, swings it around to Hassan Bell. Bell back to Carmelo. Williams looking, gets it into Drew Walters. Walters had it knocked away, but it comes right back out to Williams. Around the perimeter they work at. Original starting 5 on the floor for Oberlin. Freeman, Smith, Williams, Bell, and Walters. Williams with the basketball. Right wing 3. Back rim, no. Fighting for the rebound. He got it. Dumps it into Drew Walters, laid it in. Well, there's an example of his assist, Jared. And he didn't charge into him with 2 fouls. Great play there. Abdul-Razzo shot the ball from over the basket. That's out of bounds. So it will be Oberlin basketball. Boy, you don't see that every day.
No, it's more of like one of those trick shots in the side yard.
Like you're playing horse.
Sure.
Usually that's a winner in horse. If you can shoot
that
from behind, you're winning.
Not a whole lot of ways to answer.
Ethan White, Noah Zager, also Nigel Wright, Abdul-Razzo, and it is Noah Zager. Those are the 5 on the floor for Rootstown. Walters with the basketball. Walters has put a 15-foot jumper up. It's no good. Rebound, Nigel Wright. Wright has done a good job off the bench. They get the ball to Zager. Zager on the right wing to Mullally. Mullally, their leading scorer at 16.2, has not scored yet. Mullally with the basketball, gets it in the corner. With it is Zager. Zager looking. Zager, 6:25 to go in the first half, 13-7 Oberlin. Traveling violation on Mullally. So it'll be Oberlin basketball. Coming up at halftime, the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show. Thanks to all of our sponsors, again, bringing you tournament basketball. And Mallard Creek Golf Club with the halftime show, North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco with the pregame show, and certainly all of our other sponsors as well. Drive missing the shot was Corey Freeman. Long outlet, and that is going to be saved from going out of bounds, but they save it to Drew Walters. Play a little sloppy. Freeman has it into the forecourt for the Phoenix. Freeman gets it back. 6 minutes to play in the half. Phoenix by 6. Oberlin has not trailed. It's been a low-scoring first half to this point. Corey Freeman, the point guard, and they threw it away. Freeman, a senior. Of the starters, Freeman, Smith, Williams, and Walters are all seniors. It is Hassan Bell, who is the lone underclassman of the starters. He is a junior. Back into the game, another senior, Santos Navarro, off the bench. Played in the first quarter, didn't score. Not a deep bench for Oberlin. They dressed 9 players. Mullally will kick it over on the left wing. On the drive, into the paint, and not taking the shot was Rodstrom. I would have thought he would have shot that. Instead, they turn it over. Freeman, he'll shoot it. He'll make it. And that's a 3-ball. Corey Freeman is 18th 3 of the year. And for Oberlin, that's their first made 3 of the night. They have their biggest lead at 16-7. Blake Mullally with a basketball, looking for his first point, throws it away. I think he's a little frustrated.
I think that's accurate, too. And, Rob, for all the frustration I think we talk about with Oberlin in terms of maybe not being able to score from time to time, if Freeman can get going, you know, he's been a microwave that we've seen over the years. You talk about that kind of a senior-laden lineup, and Freeman's had a lot of experience here as a member of the Phoenix. He, along with Williams, you know, those guys can get hot and really all of a sudden elevate those numbers.
Well, you look at Freeman's stats, 11 points a game, 3.5 assists, 2.5 steals, 4.7 rebounds. I mean, he does a little bit of everything. Walters puts up a long one. That one goes. Boy, Drew Walters with 3, and Rootstown takes a timeout. For the Rovers, their second timeout of the ball game. 4:43 to go in a half. Oberlin on top, 19-7. We'll be back after this timeout.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. We've helped thousands of people just like you match skills and experience with a career. We can help you train for a career that is in demand right now. You can even work in your field while taking classes. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
Coming off the Rootstown timeout, 19-7. Jared, Monday night, I didn't know what to think of the crowd. I'll tell you what, there's a nice crowd here tonight.
It's a really good crowd, and a nice crowd behind us as
Student
far as
body.
the student section and some of the Oberlin faithful, maybe alum too, I think, piling there behind us. But yeah, it's a really good thing, and why not? Because you think about there's not a whole lot going on tonight, and the only other game locally is not local at all in terms of the Columbia Raiders.
Right, they're out at Grand Valley, and we hope to get you a score on that at some point. They get it into Mullally, and his shot partially blocked by Walters. Walters, though, he threw it right to Mullally. He'll lay it in. Blake Mullally, his first points, and it's 19-9. Now, Oberlin's seating is on one side of the floor, so really can't tell the difference between the Oberlin and the Rootstown fans, but just looking over there, taking a quick glance, it looks like Rootstown has brought some fans. There's a lot of guys in blue and women with Rovers gear on.
Yeah, they made the trip.
There's a lob for Navarro, too far out of bounds. Give the ball back to Rootstown. Carmelo Williams, a short breather. He comes back in for Navarro.
And they have to be short breathers. You mentioned the short bench for Kurt Russell. That's not uncommon for him during tournament time to say, I'm going to have just 9. That's all I'm going to need. If it gets down to more than that, we don't have the answers.
Mullally just threw it away. He darn near took out Chris Sweeney.
Can't have that happen. It's a valuable member of the team.
Chris, Chronicle Telegram writer. It didn't faze him, though, did it? He held his ground.
Very little does.
I've noticed that.
The steadfast soldier.
With the basketball on the right side, on the dribble, laying it up. Freeman, he scores. Corey Freeman already has 9, and it's 21-9 Oberlin, 3.5 to go in the first half. Mullally, jump stop, kicks it outside. Now around the perimeter, they get it to Zager. Zager, double team, gets rid of it. And the pass is going to get knocked out of bounds. Coach Siciliano in his first year, the head coach of Rootstown, up giving his team instructions. Julian Page is going to come in for Hassan Bell for Kurt Russell's team. Kurt, in his 18th year, is head coach of the Phoenix.
Seems like more than that, but I'll tell you what, looks no worse for the wear.
Corner 3 is up, in, and a foul. From our angle, I'm going to have to wait till he gets up to see who it was.
It's going to be on Freeman?
Well, I mean, who shot it? It's Mullally who made it.
Yeah.
He's got 5.
That's their first made 3 ball.
Foul on Carmelo Williams. That's his 3rd.
I thought it was on Freeman, yeah.
That's big. Free throw is good, and they're not taking him out. They haven't taken him out yet. That's surprising. So Williams on the floor, 8-point lead with 3 fouls. 3:15 to go in the half. Kurt Russell rolling the dice right here. With a basketball is Corey Freeman. Freeman across midcourt. And he'll kick it out to Williams. To Julian Page, takes a shot. It's going to be blocked. And it will be Rootstown basketball. I don't think that Vince Yee knows it was blocked. And Tony Jordan comes to tell him. That's good officiating. Tony Jordan coming over to Vince Yee to say that ball was blocked. He saw it. And now Williams comes out of the game with that stoppage. And replacing him is going to be Hassan Bell. So let's see what Oberlin can do with Williams on the bench. They get it in to Drew Walters, put it up, missed it. And a rebound hauled in by Ethan White. Maybe more importantly, let's see what Rootstown does with Williams on the bench.
That would be the factor. But, unlike years past, Drew Walters, a guy that they got back this year that decided to come out for basketball. There's a senior leader out there that knows what's going on along with Freeman. You're not devoid of that kind of tenure and talent.
And they need him.
Right.
in the corner. White for three. That's off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, put back, no, but a foul. And it'll be Landon Rodstrom shooting 2 free throws. Foul will go on Corey Freeman. It'll be his first. Team's first, or actually team's third. 2:25 to go in the half. Somebody's shaken up out there. They're taking a look at the young man. It is going to be Landon Rodstrom, who was shaken up, and he's the young man that's supposed to shoot the free throws. If he's unable to, the Rovers can bring in whoever they want to shoot for him. He's going to come out of the game, Jared. So he must have landed awkwardly, and he's in some pain. And they are going to bring off the bench Dean Abdul-Razil to shoot the free throws. He'll get 2. Abdul-Razil has 2 points, and he is averaging 10.1 a game off the bench. Caleb Fillmore off the bench, averaging 7.8. Abdul-Razil scores. And you might ask, well, why are those guys coming off the bench if they score that many points for Rootstown? According to Coach Siciliano, they've been injured a lot this year and missed some games.
And you heard him in the pregame saying injuries and weather did not do his team any favors, but they find themselves in contention here this evening.
They've weathered the storm so far here. They're down 6 with 2:20 to go in a half, and one would think Carmelo Williams is on the bench for the rest of the half with 3 fouls for Oberlin. On the right side with the basketball, Corey Freeman. Got it back from Josiah Smith. Freeman on the drive. He scores. And Freeman with 11, and that was a much-needed basket for Oberlin. Their lead by 8 with 2 minutes to go.
Well, you know, Kurt has been globetrotting a little bit here, coming back from New Orleans recently. He could be Riverboat Russell. We'll see what happens with this final 153.
153 in the half. The pass is going to get knocked away. Good hands there by Josiah Smith. It's a turnover on Rootstown. 1:40 to go in the half. Oberlin with the ball and an 8-point lead. Hassan Bell with it. Bell goes cross court. Now they get it right back to Freeman. He's guarded up top by Ethan White. And Oberlin wants a timeout. Let's see. This will be a full. So we'll step aside as well. Phoenix by 8. 1:29 to go in the half. We'll be back on WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through Smart Hub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, radio voice of the Cavs. For several years, you've heard me talk about Eco-Tree Services on WEOL. Recently, I needed trees removed, so of course, I contacted Eco-Tree. They did an incredible job. The folks at Eco-Tree were timely, efficient, and the work was flawless. Take it from me, when your trees need attention or even require removal, contact Eco-Tree Services. Like me, you'll love their work. Find Eco-Tree Services online at ecotreeservices.com.
1:29 to go in the first half. Oberlin with an 8-point lead. Interesting timeout there. I think that shows you how important Kurt Russell feels this final 1:29 is with his team up 8 with the ball and with Williams on the bench.
Wants a possession to count here, and that's what's going on. He kind of slow played that, followed Tony Jordan up beyond the half-court line, is basically saying, I'm going to give you a 5 count, Tony, and then I want that timeout. Remember what we talked about?
Yeah, right.
Sort of one of those things.
Right. There's a double team. Now they're going to get it to, Carmelo Williams is back in the game offensively. Wow. So Williams is out there with his team up by 8. And he'll get it inside. There's the assist from Williams to Freeman. And now if you're Williams, you don't even play defense.
Back off.
And the Rovers almost throw it away, but they're in the backcourt. They got to hurry. They're going to throw it ahead, and they throw it halfway to Rootstown. That one goes out of bounds. Boy, they have had some unforced errors here tonight.
They have 11 turnovers in the first half here. That one hit the old WEOL banner that we left over there in the corner.
Wow. 40 seconds to play in the half.
They painted right over it.
25-15. Oh, there they. Josiah Smith, Freeman, bounce pass, Hassan Bell, inside, Williams laid it in. 27-15, 25 seconds to go in the half. Mullally, double team, be careful, Carmelo. He's gonna throw it in the corner with it is Fillmore. Fillmore got it inside, shot goes up and in, and that is Mason Lisi. 10 seconds, 27-17 Oberlin. Williams, they get it ahead 5 seconds. In the corner, Hassan Bell shoots it, misses it, and that'll do it for the first half. We've played one half of basketball. Your score, it is Oberlin 27, Rootstown 17. Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show is coming up next on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel and on WEOL.com.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today. Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
And welcome to halftime, and it's the halftime show brought to you by Mallard Creek Golf Club on Route 82 in Columbia Station. Thanks to Jonathan Palmer and his staff with Mallard Creek Golf Club. Won't be long now before you're out there hitting the links. 27-17 Oberlin at halftime. The Phoenix led 11-6 after one. They outscored Rootstown 16-11 in the second quarter to go up by a score of 27-17. Let's take a look at the starters for Oberlin. It was Corey Freeman, 6 field goals, 1 was a 3. He's got 13. Josiah Smith with 2. Carmelo Williams has been held to 4 points and 3 fouls, and yet Oberlin still leads by 10. Hassan Bell with 2, Drew Walters with 6. All 27 points for Oberlin from their starting 5. Seeing action in the game off the bench but not scoring, Santos Navarro and Julian Page. They are both seniors. For Rootstown, Blake Mullally, who leads them at 16 points a game, was held to 6 points, and they were all in the second quarter. Landon Rodstrom has a field goal for 2, and then he was hurt, hasn't been back in the game. 8 points from the starters of Rootstown. Starters Ethan White, Carson Hain, Noah Zager did not score. Off the Rovers bench, Mason Lisi with 4, Dean Abdulrazzo with 4, Nigel Wright with 1. 9 off the bench, 8 from the starters gives them a total of 17. Caleb Fillmore saw action off the bench. He did not score. Elsewhere, the winner of this will take on the winner of St. Thomas Aquinas at Kirtland. That game is tonight. The 2 winners will meet up Saturday at 7 in Salem. Elsewhere in Division VI, Columbia, the Raiders are at Grand Valley. That's in Orwell, way out east. And if they win that, then they'll play Saturday at 3:30 in Salem against either Warren JFK or Lake Center Christian. If we get any scores on any of those, we'll pass those along to you.
We have a score on that Columbia game thanks to Rocco Nushi. carefully watching what's going on here, guys. So everybody be polite when we talk about the Rock Dog as this broadcast goes on. But, he lets us know it's 31-26 in favor of the Columbia Raiders at the intermission over there in Grand Valley. Like you said, boy, that's, an hour and a half away from Route 82 where Columbia Station sits.
Or it's like southeast of Ashtabula. So
you're in a 90-minute range.
You're out there. But let me look at one thing here on that. Grand Valley, yeah, they're the 2 seed, and they knocked out Open Doors 72-43. So they're beating the number 2 seed. The Columbia Raiders are. So interesting. And
good for them.
Yeah.
And certainly we wish them all the luck in the world as far as making that trip and continued success for our Lorain County teams. 5-point lead at the break. Things seem to have gone pretty well for them as far as the road trip is concerned. Inside the Oberlin Gymnasium here this evening, Rootstown 6 of 18 from the field in the first half of play, 33% in the night, just 1 of 10 from distance, and clearly that was what they wanted to do, was come out here and hit those outside shots, not going the way that they had planned. I think when they got off the bus, you never know what happens in the second half. 4 of 5 at the free throw line, 15 rebounds, 11 turnovers. That was a big number in the first half for Rootstown in terms of helping Oberlin to build that 27-17 lead. For the Oberlin Phoenix in the first half, 12 of 28 from the field. Just a little bit above 40% on the night to this point. 1 of 2 at the line, 9 rebounds, 4 turnovers. They played pretty well, pretty clean basketball in that first half. The big storyline, I think, that you mentioned, aside from the 10-point lead, Carmelo Williams with the 3 fouls, but coming back and playing pretty smart over the last minute and a half as he got a bucket and assisted on another. So making the impact, as we talked about, Riverboat Russell put him back in the ball game and said, I'm going to give you a chance. You do that with a senior at this stage in the game. I think you rely on that leadership and put them in a position to let them succeed out there knowing they're going to make good decisions.
Tomorrow night we have North Ridgeville at Avon, and Wednesday the Keystone Boys will host Norwayne. That's what we know what we're doing so far. And again, Rocco Nucci will update everything on WEOL.com and all of our social media, so you can follow us there to find out. But it should be a very, very busy week. An possibility, I should say, to have a regional final in girls if Homestead Falls would win on Friday. Saturday, it looks like we could have at least 1, maybe 2 games. The only night off this week that we know for sure would be Thursday night. So should be a busy week, and that's that way it should be with boys districts and girls regionals. Let's take another time out. The Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show. Again, your score at half. Oberlin, they're halfway there. The Phoenix 27. The Rovers of Rootstown 17. More after this on WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today. Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments. It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. WEOL.com is your home for local Lorain County sports. See all the latest sports news from around the county, featuring stories by the team at the Chronicle Telegram. Check out our upcoming broadcast schedule to see when your favorite games will be streamed live and free. Find the latest scores all in one place so you never feel behind on the action. And if that's not enough, we have you covered with the latest highlights.
Their pass intercepted by Cowling. Cowling coming the other way. Goes up for the shot, made it, and he's fouled.
WEOL.com, your home for local Lorain County sports.
And welcome back to the Mallard Creek Golf Club halftime show. We've got 1 minute till the start of the third quarter. Oberlin up by 10. Jared, some of your thoughts on this first half?
Pretty exciting first half of basketball, especially if you're a Phoenix fan. Working really well out there in terms of what they wanted to do. And for Rootstown, it was just as simple as not hitting shots in that first 3 minutes of the first quarter. Since then, they've calmed down a little bit. But again, they were over their first 8 from distance, and they wanted to keep hoisting. So, maybe things will improve for them in the second half, settle down a little bit, and make some adjustments at the intermission. But for them, I think it was some of that was the Phoenix defensive presence out there bothering them and contesting those shots. But you would think that Kurt's message to his guys in the locker room had to be, they're not going to shoot it at 10% from distance the whole game, fellas, so buckle up.
The other thing is, I don't think they'll have the amount of turnovers that they had in the first half. If they do, they don't have a chance. But, should they cut down on that, maybe going to the other end, who knows? Maybe shooting at a different basket will help them out.
I think Oberlin feels like they're kind of on schedule right now with what they want to do. So we'll see what happens.
Especially defensively, holding them to 17. Start of the third quarter. And with the basketball, Corey Freeman. Freeman gets the basketball inside to Drew Walters. They kick it outside. Three-pointer goes up. Josiah Smith missed it. And the rebound is hauled in by Ethan White. And the Rovers coming the other way with the basketball. A long two-point jumper is no good by Zager. And Oberlin has it. So it'll be Freeman, also Smith, Williams, and the other two are Walters and Hassan Bell. Inside, the jumper goes up, missing. That was Josiah Smith, and hauling in the rebound is Zager. Zager, Hain, Malali, also Abdul-Razzo, who's got the ball right now, and the fifth starter is going to be Noah Zager. So we still have not seen Rodstrom return after he got hurt in the second quarter. With the basketball on the left wing is Ethan White. White back up top to Abdul-Razzo, had it knocked away, stolen. They get it to Carmelo Williams. Williams on the drive, lays it up and in. Carmelo Williams with 6. Oberlin with their biggest lead is now 12 at 29-17. 6:40 to go in the third. Around the perimeter, Carson Hain picks it up. He'll swing it over to Mahali. Malali got it to White. White inside double team. Nice shot. Ethan White, his first points. That wasn't easy. The Phoenix had him guarded.
Yeah, off balance and right in the teeth of the cheerleader and student section.
Freeman.
ESPN table out as we're seeing a lot of places.
Yeah, what's with that?
He can bang on it really hard, as you can hear in the background.
Yeah. Drew Walters with the basketball. Walters gets it in the corner to Hassan Bell. Around the perimeter, Oberlin not in any big hurry. And they're going to get it in the corner now, swing it back around to Carmelo Williams. Williams back outside Corey Freeman. We've played 2 minutes and 10 seconds of the third quarter. Oberlin with a 29-19 lead. Rob Polinsky, Jared Kozar, Gary Pelter live from Oberlin High School. Walters with the basketball. Jump stop, had it stripped by Ethan White. Nice defense by Ethan. Ahead to Blake Malali. Malali guarded by Carmelo Williams. Each team's best player guarding one another. Zager, right side, White for 3. He's feeling it, he got it. Ethan White, that's the second triple for Rootstown. And they're within 7, and we've got a timeout for Oberlin. 29-22 with 5:20 to go. That's a 30-second timeout, Jared. And the Phoenix lead by 7.
We're just going to keep it here right now. 30-second timeout. Go over, again, Rootstown stroking that three-point field goal there, and that's the first attempt in that second half. And you mentioned, Rob, maybe something that was worth bringing up. Coming the different direction can help you. You wouldn't think that in the student section, but they look pretty pure there.
For whatever reason, they struggled at the other end, so you never know. And, you know, the other thing is, you know, in the second half, as you know, Jared, when you have the ball on offense in the offensive zone, it's in front of your bench. So if they need to tell you something, if they need to call something out, if you want to look over to your bench, that's a lot easier to do in the second half than it is in the first half.
A little bit of guidance. It's almost like a mini timeout of sorts if you need it. Yeah, I agree.
So 29-22, Rodstrom trying to work out that right leg, see if he can get back into the game. His team down by 7. The lob is going to be intercepted. Zager has it. Zager gets it ahead. Mullally for 3. That one's in and out. Rebound is going to come out to the Phoenix. Hassan Bell got it to Carmelo Williams. To Corey Freeman. That would have been big had Mullally made that. Freeman with the basketball all the way, penetrates and scores. Corey Freeman can break down that defense, it seems like, whenever he wants. He's got 15.
And when he makes up his mind he's going to go to the bucket, you don't really have a shot except a foul.
Zager, that first step he has is so strong. Ethan White feeling it. That time it's an air ball. 9-point lead for Oberlin with a basketball. Williams, left-hand dribble. He's going to go downhill. Lays it up, no good. Mullally with the rebound for the Rovers. And Mullally got caught in the air, but he kicks it over to Carson Hain. Hain on the right side to Blake Mullally. Mullally dribbled it off his foot, out of bounds. Great defense, Drew Walters. Carson Hain, where we're situated here, it's right where Rootstown came out of the locker room. Jared, you ran out to grab some water before the game, and Carson comes up and says, "Hey, are you guys WEOL.com? Are you the streamers?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, okay, great." And so I told him, so he must have some fans back home that have tuned in. I've never had a player walk up and say, "Who you guys with?"
Always,
and he knew it.
Yeah, see? So, miles and miles away, but they're listening. They're dialed.
Williams misses the shot. It gets knocked out of bounds.
Or viewing.
Yeah, or viewing. It'll be Rootstown basketball. I just thought that was cool. Carson Hain, the junior. Mullally in the backcourt, facing some pressure. Throws it ahead for Hain, but Walters knocked it out of bounds. Tell you what, Drew Walters gives some energy, some defense. And you mentioned, he's out for basketball this year. Played freshman and sophomore year, decided to concentrate on football last year, but he came back out his senior year, and he's been a big lift for this team. Abdul-Razil with it. Dean Abdul-Razil double team. Gets it ahead. Now back into the game is Landon Rodstrom, in after his injury. As he's back in there battling, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Oberlin basketball.
Rob, the other thing you mentioned with Walters, sometimes you get a football player, despite being a really good athlete and the quarterback of that Oberlin Phoenix team, it's just a little bit of a different pace of play. He does not slow them down at all, and that's a really athletic Oberlin Phoenix team. And that might have been the message from Kurt Russell in that 30-second timeout, was put the foot on the gas because we think we can beat these guys in a race.
Julian Page will replace Drew Walters. 3:20 to go in the third quarter. Oberlin with the basketball and a 9-point lead. Page in the corner, right in front of our buddy Dave Richard, the photographer of Chronicle Telegram. See his photos in tomorrow's Chronicle Telegram. With the basketball around the perimeter, with it is Corey Freeman. Freeman back up to Hassan Bell. Bell got it to Julian Page. Page inside. Carmelo Williams back outside. Freeman bounce pass to Page inside. Page is going to be fouled before the shot. No shot. He's fouled by Landon Rodstrom, and actually that ends up not being a bad foul for Rodstrom. It would have been a layup.
Right.
They're going to take it out of bounds.
Did the right thing. This is the first foul of the third period on either ball club, so they're letting them play here tonight with 3 minutes, a little bit less than 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter.
Zager come back into the game. The three-pointer goes up by Freeman. It's no good. Mullally with a rebound for Rootstown. Blake Mullally brings it into the forecourt himself. Mullally trying to create something, can't. He'll get it to Rodstrom. Rodstrom hands it off to Ethan White. 9-point Oberlin lead, 2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. The winner goes to Salem for a district final Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Mullally in the corner for Hain. Hain double teamed. Hain around Julian Page, put it up, missed it, rebound, Carmelo Williams. Mello with the basketball in the backcourt, still with those 3 fouls. He'll get it ahead to Corey Freeman. Freeman and Williams play catch into the forecourt. Freeman, ball on his hip, waiting to see if someone's going to come out and play defense. If not, he'll stand there. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Hain gets a little closer. Williams fakes him. He's going to drive, kicks it outside for Freeman in the corner. Hassan Bell got it. Hassan Bell, a corner 3. That's the third triple tonight for Oberlin, and that one was big.
Really patient possession for the Phoenix, and they worked it around and got the guy they wanted to shoot.
Rodstrom on the drive. He loses control, stolen away. Coming out of there with the basketball on the drive, laying it in is going to be Josiah Smith. 36-22, Oberlin's lead, biggest of the night at 14. Zager, another turnover. Rootstown just turning the ball over left and right here tonight. Part of that is the Oberlin defense. Corey Freeman with the basketball. Freeman into the forecourt. Gets it to Josiah Smith as we approach 1 minute to go in the third. Smith back outside to Freeman. Oberlin in no hurry, up by 14. Back out to Smith. Smith is going to be fouled. That'll just be the second foul this quarter on Rootstown. That'll be on Ethan White.
Building the lead here for the Phoenix in this third period of play with less than a minute to go. And the way these possessions have gone the past couple trips down, you wonder if Kurt's saying we can milk this for the 50 seconds.
And at some point, Rootstown's going to have to get more aggressive defensively and come out and probably do some things they don't want to do. Julian Page with the basketball. Gets it into Carmelo Williams. Williams inside, put it up, nobody's fouled. He'll shoot a couple. Tony Jordan will tell us the guilty party for Rootstown. And it's Ethan White, his second, team's third. Carmelo Williams, 65% on the year from the line. He is the best free throw shooter out of the starting 5 for Oberlin at 65%. 6 points on the night, looking to add to that. Mello's first toss is good. He's got 7. 15-point Phoenix lead. The always dapper Kurt Russell on the sideline, sport coat and tie, old school. Pat Riley would like the look that Kurt Russell has.
There's a lot of guys that would think Kurt Russell's still doing it the right way.
Mello puts them both in, and he'll come out. They get him out of there with a 16-point lead. Good move there. Santos Navarro comes in for him.
He looked at the three of us when we rolled in and said, well, I guess that's about what I could expect from you folks.
He kind of looked at us and said, we shop at different stores, don't we? With the basketball is Mullally. Mullally gets it over to Ethan White. White in the corner. Gets it back to Mullally. Mullally double team. 25 seconds to go in the third. In the corner to Fillmore. His pass to Rodstrom. Rodstrom puts it up. Nobody was fouled. He'll shoot 2. Landon Rodstrom go to the foul line. Foul line, Julian Page. That's his first, team's first. And Landon Rodstrom, 2 points in the first quarter at the line for 2. His team down 16. 19 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Missed it. Carmelo Williams will come back in here as they're going to go on offense.
What do you think about Jake Gabler for Ohio State? He rolls with the suit, or at least the coat. And, you know,
saw that
the suit yesterday for sure, but most games he's got the whole shebang going. They needed him yesterday.
Free throw, no good. Rebound, Carmelo Williams. Williams hauls it in. Williams with 15 seconds to go in the third. Williams across the timeline. Gets it to Hassan Bell, right back to Carmelo. 8 seconds to go third quarter. Carmelo Williams breaking him down. Dumps it inside the Page, back outside to Freeman. Freeman puts it up at the buzzer. It's off the rim, no good. And that'll do it for 3 quarters. Oberlin 38, Rootstown 22. Back with the final 8 minutes after this on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel and WEOL.com.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
And welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter, 38-22 Oberlin. Finished with a good third quarter, Jared. They outscored Rootstown 11-5 to go up by 16. Rootstown's quarters have been 6, 11, and 5.
Yeah, did what they needed to do, expanding that lead. And, it's not cruise control by any stretch of the imagination here with the whole fourth quarter, but they've set the tone.
Yes, they've set the tone. Good way to put it. And with the basketball is going to be Carson Hain. Hain has it. Hain, Abdul Razzle, they try to get it to him, they throw it away out of bounds. Abdul Razzle, Hain, Ethan White. Also on the floor is Nigel Wright and Caleb Fillmore. And for Oberlin, they are going to go with Freeman, Smith, Williams, Walters, and Bell. Their original starting 5 is out there. 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. With the basketball is Josiah Smith. Josiah getting around Ethan Wright. Now they're going to throw it out here to Corey Freeman. Mullally after a rest, he's going to come in at the next whistle for Rootstown. Carmelo Williams with the basketball. Guarded by Hain. Williams double teamed, and that one we're going to get a kicking violation on Rootstown. So that'll bring Mullally back into the game, and he is going to replace Carson Hain. We're going to inbound to Drew Walters. Walters gets it in the corner with the basketball, putting it up, missing the shot with Smith. Good defense by the Rovers. Abdurazzle will get it ahead to Ethan White. White right back to Mullally. Mullally, 6:50 to go in the game. His team down 16. He can't get free. White has it on the drive. White put it up, no good. Rebound tipped around, and it's going to come down to Josiah Smith. Smith at the other end. Again, now they get it out to Carmelo Williams. Jared, one thing that may be a bit lost, Rootstown's played good defense here tonight, too. I mean, they've only given up 38. They just can't score.
Sure, and that's exactly right. They're making it tough on the Phoenix, but you think about a minute and a half's gone by. Nobody's done anything offensively right now, and for the guys in the blue and the Villanova look out there is what I'm going to call it.
Right.
Yeah,
Rhode
they
Island.
start moving.
38-22.
Boy, Jim Herrick and Rhode Island. Wow.
Yeah, how about that?
Forgot about that color scheme.
They're going to go inside. Carmelo Williams. Williams put it up, and he got it. Carmelo Williams. He's got 10 in the game, 6 in the second half. 40-22 Oberlin, biggest lead of the night. And it's starting to look like Oberlin is going to play for a district final on Saturday in Salem. Mullally with the basketball. Mullally steps back, still on the dribble. Mullally yelling at his teammates to move. With the basketball is Zager. Zager cross court with it. And now with it is Mason Lisi. And he'll get it to Mullally, put it back up, no good, but he was fouled. And Tony Jordan will tell us who the guilty party is.
The question is, was that a 2 or was that a 3? That's 3 shots coming.
Son Bell with the foul, his first. And you're right, 3 shots. From our angle, I couldn't tell. I was waiting to see what the referees put up.
A little bit of depth perception here.
And the free throw, no good. Mullally, we don't have, well, we do. He's the only player I have free throw numbers on for Rootstown. He's 73% on the year.
They are 0 of 3 in the second half from the line. 4 of 5 in the first half, so difference there.
Second one, around rim, and it went in. Boy, Jared, when you're down, the one thing you have to do is when you get to the free throw line, you got to make them pay. So their first made free throw of the second half right there. Second one, got them both. And some pressure in the backcourt. They try to force a steal, cannot do so. Smith gets it in the corner. Now they're going to pass for Walters, got knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Phoenix. Time becoming a factor. 5:37 to go. Oberlin by 16, timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. 5:37 to go, Oberlin by 16. We're back after this on WEOL.com and the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel.
It's the biggest show of the year, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
Hi, Tim Elkhorn, Cavs radio voice. Recently, we had some trees removed. So again, singing the praises of EcoTree Services. In a few hours, EcoTree had removed the unsightly trees, cleaned the debris, and opened the area for a new fence. I can't say enough good things about the people at EcoTree. I've used them several times, always thrilled with their work. If you have trees that require pruning or need to be removed, contact EcoTree, a local business that deserves your business. They've earned mine. Go to ecotreeservices.com.
5:37 to go in the basketball game. Oberlin Phoenix with it. They lead by 16, 40-24. Rob, Jared, and Gary from Oberlin. Williams misses the shot. Mullally got the rebound, and he was fouled. This will be the second team foul on Oberlin this quarter. It's on Drew Walters. For Drew, just his first foul. Rootstown, if they're going to have a comeback in them, Jared, it's got to happen right now.
Yeah, I think that was what the timeout was about there to, kind of assess where we're at down 16.
Zager throws it away, and we're going to have the shot was blocked and out of bounds. Hassan Bell with a steal, and he had a shot blocked out of bounds, and the foul is going to go on Zager. So a couple of free throws for Hassan Bell. I would think the turnovers for Rootstown, are they approaching their total points?
They're at 15, so
okay.
It's still a ways to go,
Yeah.
but it's just uncomfortable, I think.
Right. I mean, it's a big part of why they're at 24.
Right.
Free throw by Bell is good. Bell on the year, 46% from the stripe. Little easier to shoot them when you're up 17. Bends the knees, puts it up, 1 for 2. Rebound hauled in by Nigel Wright for Rootstown. He'll get it to Blake Mullally. Mullally will go cross court for Zager. Zager guarded by Freeman. Man-to-man defense for Oberlin. Up by 17. Pass inside. Nicely done to Lisi, but he had a shot partially blocked. Well, that was a good feed from Mullally to Lisi, but they couldn't finish. Under 5 to go in the game. 17-point lead. Jumper from the free throw line is Smith, missed it. Offensive rebound, Drew Walter. And Oberlin has the basketball. With it is Freeman. Freeman around the defense, got it to Walter. Walter short on the shot, rebound for Freeman. So a couple of offensive rebounds this trip for the Phoenix so far. Freeman back out to Josiah Smith. Double teamed as they take chances. They get a steal. Abduraza with a steal, got it ahead to Zager. Zager with the basketball for Rootstown. Had it knocked away, stolen, another turnover. Smith has it, 4:20 remaining. And it's going to be Landon Rodstrom coming back in after the timeout. Timeout on the floor, it's a full timeout. We'll be back, Oberlin by 17 on the Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel and WEOL.com.
Now is the time to start planning your 2026 golf outing at Mallard Creek Golf Club, Northeast Ohio's golf outing host extraordinaire. With 36 beautifully maintained holes, 4 pavilions, a fully stocked pro shop, and an expansive driving range, Mallard Creek is the perfect venue for groups large or small. From start to finish, their friendly staff will walk you through every step, and they're a trusted home for charity fundraisers and community events each season. Dates book up fast, so call Brian Schaefer at 440-748-8231 or visit themallardcreek.com to reserve your 2026 outing today.
41-24 Oberlin with the 17-point lead as we have just a little over 4 minutes to go in this one. Rob Polinsky, Jared Kozar, Gary Pelder from Oberlin High School. Tomorrow night, Rocco Nushi will have it for you. North Ridgeville at Avon. They meet for the third time this year. The two SWC foes. One of them is going to the district final at Worcester High School. One of them, their season comes to an end. That'll be tomorrow night.
Yeah, looking forward to that matchup. Of course, those coaches joined those guys on the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show on Saturday. Got some great insight from each guy about kind of how they feel about the tournament.
Williams missed the shot. Mullally has the rebound. Mullally, Ben Chase, he gets the Saturday morning Nick Abraham Sports Wrap-Up Show. I know that. Mullally has it. Mullally guarded by Drew Walters. Mullally in the corner. Double team. Gets rid of it. Stolen away. Corey Freeman got the steal. Another Rootstown turnover. Freeman into the forecourt. 3:40 to play. Freeman gets rid of it to Drew Walters. Oberlin up by 17. Now Freeman will reset the offense. He and Williams play catch. Throws it over to the top to Drew Walters. Back up top to Freeman. Santos Navarro into the game. And the bounce pass got kicked out of bounds. Boy, Oberlin there for a while looked like they were playing hot potato.
Doing a really good job of it, too. And like you said, for Rootstown, they had to really start going at the beginning of this fourth period of play. They've got just the lone bucket here. So, just really challenged offensively.
Williams gets it into Drew Walters. Walters on the way up. Rodstrom knocked it away. Walters got it back. Timeout Oberlin. We'll take a timeout as well. 3:15 to go. We'll be back right after this.
Lorain County Community College is where you'll lock in your future success. LCCC will get you prepared, get you credentialed, and get you working. Lorain County Community College. Your goals, your career, your future. Enroll today.
41-24, the Oberlin Phoenix lead by 17. As looking at the timeout situation, I'll be honest, I lost track.
I think Rootstown has 2, Oberlin has 1 remaining based on what our calculations are.
Thanks.
When I mentioned the Nick Abraham Saturday Sports Wrap-Up Show, and I said the guys, as you mentioned, Ben Chase of North Ridgeville and, of course, Mike Fitch over at Avon, they joined the guys, meaning Rocco and Ron, on the wrap-up show. Just really good insight as far as a best-of-3 meeting.
Cool. Walters with the basketball. Walters will get it ahead now. Corey Freeman, the outstanding point guard, goes to Hassan Bell. Bell with a bounce pass back for Josiah Smith. And Rootstown's going to have to start taking chances. They've only scored 2 points this quarter. They've been held to single digits in 3 of 4 quarters. They get it into Carmelo Williams. He lays it in. Williams has a dozen. 43-24. Oberlin, biggest lead of the night. 2:40 remaining. There's a steal, another turnover. Coming out of there with it is Hassan Bell. Lays it up, no good. Rebound. It gets knocked out of bounds to who? Oberlin. And we're going to see, nope, not yet. Rootstown thought about it. I think get the ball, but Oberlin's, they would have made those subs. But with Rootstown getting the ball back, they're going to keep their starters in the game. Bounce pass ahead to Rodstrom. Rodstrom on the drive, trying to get around Drew Walters, and we're going to get a blocking foul on Drew. That'll be his second, team's third. 2:18 to go. Rootstown down by 19. They have scored 2 points this quarter. Oberlin, not a whole lot better with 5.
But when you got a comfortable lead to begin with, it makes a difference.
Yeah, they didn't care. They weren't going that hard at it. Rodstrom gets knocked down. He comes up. That guy's going to be in a whirlpool after tonight. He's shaken up. They get it ahead to Carmelo Williams. Williams with the basketball. Williams back up top to Corey Freeman. Freeman under 2 minutes to play. Got it to Williams. Williams with a bounce pass for Drew Walters. I think the most impressive thing about Williams is how unselfish he is. Right there on cue, he found Walters who laid it in. 45-24, Oberlin by 21.
Gotten a lot of guys involved tonight and been really, really good. You can kind of run a give and go with a guy like that if he gets in the middle of the paint too and the ball goes in and out to him.
Shot blocked, loose on the floor. Ethan White fighting for it, and it goes. See, I think we have a foul. We do. It's on Corey Freeman. His second, team's fourth. Minute and a half to go, and Rootstown will bring in some new players into the game. Coming in the ball game, Braden McCullough. Also coming into the game is Troy Kopak. 90 seconds to go. And Coach Joe Siciliano in his first season as head coach. His season will come to an end. Hain for three. Put it up and he got it. Carson Hain, a junior. He'll be back. 45-27, minute 15 to go. Williams into the forecourt. Williams guarded out there, dribbling around. 1:05 to play. Pass into Walters. Walters laid it in. And, we've got the net tangled up here at the other end. Tony Jordan sees that. Hassan Bell will rectify that. 1:01 to go, and now the Oberlin Phoenix bringing in some reserves coming into the game for the first time. Riley Abels, Jason Holly Freeman, as the student section is excited to see those guys, and then they also are applauding the effort of the starters. But Oberlin only dresses 9 players. They can't get everybody off the floor. Inside, the shot goes up by Fillmore, missed it. Julian Page fought for the rebound, loose on the floor, picked up by Riley Abels. Abels got it to Page, back to Williams. Under a minute to go. Williams will walk it across midcourt. Williams with 36 seconds to go. Oberlin will play for a district final Saturday night in Salem. Jason Holly Freeman back to Carmelo Williams. Williams with a basketball. Gets it back outside to Jason Holly Freeman. Under 20 seconds to play. Williams on the dribble. And I think he's just going to dribble it out, Jared.
Looks like it. Everybody's kind of content, shaking hands.
Caleb Fillmore, that was a class move there, shaking hands with Carmelo before the end of this one. Our final score tonight, Oberlin 47, Rootstown 27. We'll be back with a post-game show right after this timeout. You're watching the Chronicle Telegram YouTube page and also on WEOL.com.
Looking for the best Friday fish fry around? Every Friday of the year, and especially during Lent, stop by North Ridgeville Convenient Sunoco for lunch or dinner. Enjoy delicious perch, cod, catfish, pierogies, and cabbage and noodles made fresh and ready to go. Planning a party? Convenient has you covered with deli trays, party trays, and a full-service meat department with expert butchers on hand to help with any purchase. Visit Convenient at Center Ridge and Barton Roads in North Ridgeville. Open 7 days a week. And good luck to all of our area teams in the tournaments. Nick Abraham Elyria Ford is proud to once again be a part of the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Check out the latest models, explore new technology, and find the perfect ride that suits your lifestyle. Love what you see at the show? Head over to Nick Abraham Elyria Ford for special deals you don't want to miss. From the show floor to the showroom, your next ride awaits at Nick Abraham Elyria Ford at the corner of Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria. Lorraine Medina Rural Electric offers a quick and easy way to pay bills online, monitor your daily electric use, and receive updates from your cooperative through SmartHub. Members can sign up for this service at www.lmre.org or contact the LMRE office at 440-647-2133 for more information. It's the biggest show of the year, the Cleveland Auto Show, running February 20th through March 1st at the IX Center. Nick Abraham Buick GMC is once again proud to be a part of the event, so you can see their latest lineup packed with style, performance, and innovation. Take the drive to their Elyria showroom, where special auto show deals are waiting for you. From the auto show to your driveway, get your next vehicle at Nick Abraham Buick GMC, Route 57 and East Broad Street in Elyria.
And welcome back to Oberlin High School. The Phoenix a win tonight, 47-27 over Rootstown. The Oberlin Phoenix at 15-9. They advance to the district championship as they will play Saturday night, 7 o'clock at Salem High School against either Kirtland or St. Thomas Aquinas. If we get that score before we go off, we'll let you know. And the Rootstown Rovers, they end their season at 11-13. Scoring by quarters, I thought Jared Oberlin set the tone in the very first quarter, holding Rootstown to 6. They led 11-6 after 1, and it was that kind of a game for 4 quarters.
Certainly was, and you mentioned Oberlin was just pretty efficient. They didn't have to do a lot out there offensively after getting themselves out to that nice start. They were able to, kind of rest their laurels on that. Wouldn't say by any stretch of the imagination they rested, but they had earned that lead, and they built it, and they were able to procure it with some really good defense. And again, right about their season average, 47 points on the night.
Yep.
So, pretty efficient as far as what they did. We'll get to those numbers in a minute, but you're right. Set the tone and make them play your brand of basketball was what Oberlin did.
Oberlin averaging 46 points a game offensively coming into tonight, scoring 47. So they led 11-6 after 1. 16-11, Oberlin outscored Rootstown in the second quarter to go up by 10. 27-17 at intermission, and they had a 10-point lead at intermission. They win it by 20, so obviously they outscored Rootstown by 10 in the second half. They would outscore the Rovers 11-5 in the third quarter to go up 38-22 after 3, and Oberlin would outscore, if you want, Coach, you can, and Oberlin would outscore Rootstown 9-5 in the fourth quarter to win it by a score of 47-27, as Kurt Russell's going to come over and join us. And Coach, Gary's got you right here on camera. And congratulations, playing for a district final Saturday night. Defensively, you hold a team to 27. Boy, that was something. You guys, I thought defensively right away got them out of their game.
You know what? We tried to set the tone tonight on the defensive end, and we tried to make sure that we really limited their shots. And I thought we did a good job of that. We've been honing in on defense the entire season. I'm so proud of these young men and how they played and the energy they brought to the court tonight.
Carmelo Williams, 3 fouls in the first half.
Yeah.
Talk about the decision to kind of leave him out there. You trust him, don't you?
Yes, I do. And he's a senior player.
Yep.
Big game. So we have to make sure that we keep our best players on the court, and I thought he handled himself well. But give our subs some credit.
Oh, yeah.
Santos came in,
Yes.
and he really held things down for us a little bit.
Yeah, your guys came off the bench, did what they have to do, and mostly that's Santos Navarro and Julian Page. Coach, I don't know if I've seen more of an unselfish player as Carmelo Williams. That has, if he wanted to, obviously he can take over offensively, but what he does is for everything for your team. Really impressive tonight. We saw that with all those assists.
Yes, he passed the ball well. He rebounds well.
Yes.
He scores, steals. So he's our player that we go to, and we need him if we would like to continue this tournament run.
For Rootstown, number 1, Blake Mullally, led them with 16 points a game coming in. He was a bit frustrated. Their team was a bit frustrated. Was that your goal to try to make sure Mullally didn't beat your team?
Yes, because I think that he's our Williams on our team.
Yes.
And so we tried to make sure we corral him a little bit, try to get him frustrated. Every time he got the ball, we tried to trap him. And I thought the kids did a good job of being aggressive, but not in regards to fouling a lot.
15-9. You've won 7 of your last 8. It's kind of flown a little under the radar because of what Keystone and Brookside did in your league. But, Coach, how have you done this?
Great assistant coaches. Kids who want to do well, and I think that goes a long way. And so we are so excited just to give a chance to play in a championship game. We know our next opponent probably will be Kirtland, and state ranked. So we have our hands full, but I won't doubt these boys at all.
And Kirtland playing tonight against St. Thomas Aquinas. Either way, you're at Salem High School, 7 o'clock Saturday. You're probably going to have to put that one into GPS.
Most definitely.
What does it mean to play for a district title on Saturday?
It means so much. It's been maybe 6 or 7 years since we had an opportunity to play for a district championship game. And so I'm so excited for these boys, for the city of Oberlin. It was a nice crowd tonight. So we're just going to show up and see what we can do.
Like you said, most likely Kirtland, they won the league that Rootstown's in.
Yes.
If it would happen to be St. Thomas Aquinas, you owe them one.
Yes.
I still pull my hair out about that, Coach.
And he traveled. He traveled.
He did travel. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you
Good
so
luck
much.
Saturday night.
I really appreciate it.
That's our pleasure. That's Kurt Russell, the head coach of the Oberlin Phoenix, joining us here on the postgame show as his team wins it by a score of 47-27. Let's get to the individual scoring. For the Oberlin Phoenix, it was Corey Freeman with 15. Josiah Smith had 2. Carmela Williams with 12. Hassan Bell with 6. Drew Walters with 10. All 47 points from the starters. Off the bench, Riley Abels, Santos Navarro, Jason Holly Freeman, and Julian Page all saw action. They did not score. For the Rootstown Rovers tonight, it was Ethan White with 5. Blake Mullally, their leading scorer at 16 a game, was held to half of that at 8. Carson Hain had a fourth quarter 3 for 3. Landon Rodstrom was hurt most of the night, but he did score 2 points. 18 points from the starting 5. Noah Zager started, did not score. Off the bench, Mason Lisi with 4. Dean Abdulrazzo with 4. Nigel Wright with 1. 9 off the bench. 18 for the starters, game a total of 27. Seeing action off the bench and not scoring was Caleb Fillmore, also Braden McCullough, and Troy Kopak. So I guess that's going to just about do it. Want to thank, again, our sponsors and remind you tomorrow night we've got more high school tournament basketball. It'll be Rocco Nucci with you, along with Jared Kozar. And they will be over at North Ridgeville for Avon, North Ridgeville at Avon. North Ridgeville at Avon, that is tomorrow night, and that is a 7 o'clock start. Wednesday at 7, it'll be Keystone in boys basketball on district play against Norwayne. The WEOL cage matchup live on WEOL.com and a Chronicle Telegram YouTube channel. Tonight's game with Oberlin and Rootstown brought to you by Nick Abraham Buick GMC and Nick Abraham Elyria Ford. Lorain County Community College, the Lorain Medina Rural Electric Cooperative, your North Ridgeville Convenience Sunoco, Mallard Creek Golf Club, and EcoTree Services. For Gary Pelter and Jared Kozar, my name's Rob Polinsky. Your final score one more time, Oberlin 47, Rootstown 27. Have a good night, everybody.